I had to rewrite for this video multiple times, but here we are. Before we do start, I want to talk about Scorn store page, because it seems a little bit scammy if you read it carefully. And, I'll tell you, the viewers, what's true or not. The game does throw you into this world of Scorn without any help. No NPCs or anything like that. No notes. So good luck with that. Every location of the levels are designed as mazes with monsters and puzzles. There are no skill sets to unlock. It's also a shame that this game costed me around $50 worth of yen. I would say that get this game on sale if you're interested in the world of Scorn. I did enjoy the experience, but it was around the time when I didn't read the store page of like, hey, you can unlock skill sets and stuff, but I didn't want to get spoiled, so that's why I just bought the game and just played it without knowing anything about what devs wanted to put in. So yeah, and also my English is not my first language, so if you are confused by it, just let me know if you misheard it or if you think that my English sucks. I'm still practicing, so yeah. Anyways, Scorn came out on October 22nd, 2022. The game features body horror, Geiger-inspired art, and some combat. The sad thing is, when this came out, a lot of people was disappointed due to the fact that there was, the word combat. If there is gun, there is action. But sadly, the game is not action or combat heavy. The game was mostly like a museum to me, exploring the unforgiving world of Scorn. Get lost and try to figure out where you are and how to get out of here. Solve puzzles and stuff. And while you do that, you are in awe and surrounded by this beautiful and grotesque world of Scorn. Was I disappointed? No. Did I love it? Yes. Do I recommend it? Yeah, but if you like an atmospheric horror game with no dialogue, sure, go ahead, because let me warn you, now that I said that, there are no dialogue, because literally there is none. For me, I love the settings of the game. I love how the game sets you right in without telling of what's to come. In this video, I will be explaining both the story and lores while I show my gameplay and my reactions from my live stream on YouTube. And while I do that, I will say some parts where I liked it and some parts where I didn't like it. So without further ado, let's get into Scorn. First of all, the game was about to come in two parts. Part 1 was named Scorn, that's the end. I'm sorry if I butchered it. It means existence. So it could mean that the game was going to talk about how existence can be a scorn, which for those who don't know, the word scorn mean an open dislike and disrespect from or mockery often mixed with indignation. It doesn't really matter now that I talk about it, since there are no further ideas or DLCs for Scorn for now by the time I'm making this video. But like I said, the devs probably were telling us something, like about how disappointing life is. It's really sad and somber thought, but maybe they were trying to say, some messages. The game starts off with our character waking up and crawling towards somewhere. At first, he was covered in some vein-like stuff, but at the same time, it flashes between that and somewhere around the desert. He fell down and became unconscious. I will explain the world and the locations of your character later, because the art book of Scorn will tell us about the story and the lore of Scorn, which I recommend the book. I love it. Not sponsored. Please don't sue me. Immediately, you are walking in a museum in this world. You are surrounded by walls covered in details, atmosphere of you being alone. The world of Scorn, in this case, the building you are in right now, are both technology and the biology combined. It's awesome to look at. You're probably thinking that you might easily get lost, which that is the point of the game. You have no knowledge about this world, no people to talk to, or any sign of living things other than yourself. And I like it so far, when I was playing it, because when we get lost in an island alone, there won't be a map on bottom right corner of your eye or your vision and tell where you are, or a text telling us what to do. We get to this door and we get to this machine that awfully resembles the nether region of a male, haha. When you interact with it, it will give you an Assassin's Creed-esque spike, which the game tells you right away, because it's right next to you, that this acts like a key for consoles around the Scorn universe. You unlock the door and get into the next stage. Jesus. Whoa, this is cool. Man, what the fuck? Like I said, I love how the game looks. Welcome to the assembly. This is a factory where the people uses resources, even living things, to make things. Weapons, walls, doors, mechanics, and etc. This explains why the walls are biomechanical and such, and some of their tools, and even the baby cart is biomechanical. That's why some things look metal while some parts look like flesh. While the game starts slow, the atmosphere is through the roof. The thing that you're looking at is an elevated control platform of the assembly's main chamber. On top of it, there's a console where you change the perspective from first person to top down. There you can change the railings. One railing leads to the scooper, the other leads to a saw. So what do we do from here? First, get to the elevator next to the scooper, then second, we are here, on top of the assembling room. Now this is where they gather one of their resources, the Moldmen. They're not allowed to be named. The devs make them look innocent and in a bit of a predicament. And those white pink pupils are symptoms of generations of breeding in darkness. They explain that the people in Scorn, in a very humane procedure that first involves pressing body, then molding it into a package, they leave the contorted and crumpled remains to dry out into usable pods. They go through this entire process while alive, and that is the true horror of the situation, Akavik emphasizes. So, what do you do to these moldmen? First, in order to get one, you have to solve a puzzle. To get the right one, you just just do this fucking... God, this took me a long time to do it. Basically, just rearrange the pods in order to drag out the right pod. That's it. Once you get the right one, you latch it onto the baby cart, then bring them to one of your choices. Once the scooper or the saw. You see, they're cute, and I thought, spoon. Spoon means food. They need to eat since they are just born, right? Alright. Okay, I think... Is this a feeding station? It's part of our religion. Oh, that's not feeding. Oh God. We just killed Jimbo, my child. I should have known that the saw is the best choice because it will leave them alive. But no, that even if they are alive, they are in pain. They don't have the ability to learn or grow. They have a lot of trauma that their body can't be fixed or healed. So sparing them is not necessarily mean that it's good. It's even a lot cruel to leave them alive. So you use his hand into, and then bring it to the other. And bring it back to the spike where you get the key. Leave it here in the console to make just to make the door open just for yourself and get the fuck out of there. Once you've reached the next level, you are greeted with multiple corpses. The corpses seems not to be resemble a Moldman, but normal beings of the main protagonist's kind. After that, you're gonna need to explore. While you do that, you get your first weapon, but more of a tool. Primarily used to interact with specific interfaces, but in a pinch, it can be a weapon. But let me tell you this thing sucks. It's more useful as a tool rather than a weapon. Like the art book said, it's mainly a USB port, not a weapon. It makes sense. It has 3 charges per full loading. The reach is not far, but if you don't have anything to defend yourself with, this can be an option. In this room, you're going to need to collect 3 pods in order to proceed with the story. Find those 3 pods around the area. But once you unlock one of them, the drones are here. They don't have a name, their names are only drones. The drones are busily tend to their room, misting the atmosphere to hydrate the monolithic towers. They're easily to deal with, avoid their attacks, or simply just attack their shells. After you've collected the 3 pods, place them onto the factory's heart. Yes, this is the main generator for the whole building. It's called the heart. The character then proceeds to change the factory's heart with the pods, but by the looks of it, the generator seems not to be used in a long time. So being charged up by 3 pods at the same time seems like a very bad idea. Okay, I don't want to know what this sticky stuff is. Oh, it's not the thing I'm thinking. A character goes unconscious, slowly, covered by a fluid. Ooh. Dream sequence. God, I hope it's not like Layers of Fear. Please tell me it's not like Layers of Fear. Oh God, never mind. It's not a dream sequence. What the fuck? Ew. Hello. Wait a minute. Are we Jimbo? Oh God. Now, you are playing as the protagonist. He is a different character. You are not playing as the guy who was in the factory. Your character was born from the wall. The wall is made with organs, flesh, and uterine linings. The protagonist's origins are not from labs, but birthed from ruptures on the side of an unnatural Genesis wall. The devs won't explain the origin of its existence. For many newborns released from the shackles of their cocoon, death awaits. The cruelty of life born in a cold, dark world. Our character faces backwards from the cocoon instead from the head, or sometimes feet like babies, which makes sense because they're facing backwards. If they're gonna come out from the cocoon from their head, they're gonna die. The devs also explained that the basic idea was about physical embodiment and being existing in the world. They also wanted the design of the protagonist that it's humanoid yet twisted. I want to do more explaining about our character, but that will come later. It's a shame that the devs won't explain the origin of the wall, but even if we do know its origin, what do we do about it? All we can do right now is explore and find out what's going on. But it's interesting that devs wanted to express about how they wanted to show that what it means to have a body in this world and how it relates to the world. I think what they're trying to tell us for now is it's great to have a body, in real life as well, and to show how capable you are. The healthier you are, the more you can do in your life. But later, we'll see how capable our main character's body is. And right now you are in the field. It's a wasteland. The place should convey this uncaring nature of this world you're in. This place is for the newborns, situated a little way into Scorn's runtime. It's the place where the players begin to learn to fear what lies beyond. There's nothing really here but corpses and some pods. Some corpses were right next to the wall, and while some made it far. But what killed them? Did they fell and got hurt and die, bled, sickness, or attacked by something? And I think that's what the devs are trying to tell us, is that one of the bad things about our body, it's fragile and it's vulnerable. Our body is not tough like stones. Our blood is with, the white immune cells, but they're not also invincible. Our body can be a disappointment. Some people are born a lot more fragile. Some people are born with disability, or some babies are just, die when they're, born. The disappointment about our body and disappointment about life and birth. I mean, I would be disappointed. I want to kill myself if I was born in this fucking place, man. Look at this shit. What the fuck? Oh my god. At least there's signs that you can go here. Yeah. Oh no. I don't have a weapon. Oh god. Oh. Right now you can't do anything. All you have to do is find a way to get the fuck out of here. Hi there, pretty little thing. Good doggy. Good doggy. Oh. Okay. I think I need to get a device. What are you holding there, buddy? Oh god, you've been running here for a long time. The thing that your character just picked up is a key for the pod room. Explore the area for all 4 keys in order to progress the story. Okay, not going in there. No siree. What the fuck? What the fuck? Now, there are a lot of obstacles in your way. Dead bodies covering the exit, a huge fan that's blocking away, and a damn dog that crawls among the walls. This place is the maze, but for now all you can do is to try and navigate where is the main power source of the fan. Okay. Just jump over. I see you, Bambi. God damn it, Bambi, get down from there. I think I don't want to go in there, actually. I'm just gonna... fine, I'm gonna die to Bambi. Bambi, god damn it, get down from there. Bambi, no. Bad Bambi. Bambi, don't. Bad Bambi. Ow, ow. Bambi. That's my guts, Bambi. Wait, hold on a minute. In the hand, the brown part, Is this my previous character? Yeah, this is. Looks like the radiation from the generator has turned him into a parasite sort of creature. Now, here's the continuation from the fragility and the vulnerability talk. Now, a character has merged with this parasite. The devs wanted to explore about losing control over your body now. It's gonna take control of the protagonist and all our function. They wanted to express about being trapped in a rotting room. That is our body. So there's no question that our character has realized that, this is a very bad thing. He knows that it's a parasite. So our objective is to get out of this place and find a way to get rid of this parasite. So, let's continue. Now the rings have scattered around the area. All you gotta do is to align the tiny piston and link it with the tiny holes around this device. Once you get all 3 holes lined up with the piston, link it with the device. One is near the fan, the other one is near the dead body where you picked up the device, and the third one can be found through the penis tunnel, where it doesn't lead to the fan or the bodies. Behind the third ring is where you melt the bodies with acid so you can cross there. Now that you melted the bodies, now you can get the last ring. Get back to the red pod room, use the device with the rings or the fuse coils to solve this puzzle. It's basically a trial and error puzzle. Align all the fuse coils to the lights. There you go. Oh, those are fingers. What the f? The red pods are humanoid incubators. This is where the premature newborns are placed. But at the cost of getting our items, it costs their life. The game has a lot of metaphors and such, but that will come later. Also, our character needs to get rid of this parasite, so sucks to be you, man. Now, this is a key right now. It's level 1, but we can find upgrades for it later. And this is a pouch. This is where you keep your items and health pods. Now, the only option for us right now is we have to go down and use your key, go inside there, and use the elevator and get down there. Because right now, welcome to the crater. The parasite has started attacking our insides and consume our nutrition and health. We are running out of time, but don't worry, this is not like you have a time limit. Right next to you are the supply station. This is where you refill the heal pods. It gives you 2 to 4 healing pods. The game tells you that death can be easy. That heal pods will heal you for 3 bars of health. If you continue, you can notice something is familiar. The wall, this pillar, but it looks like many years have passed. Side note, press E to heal and press I to bring up items. Anyways, yes, we are back at the factory, but now it's called the crater. Thanks to the radiation and countless of years have passed, it's now decaying. The crater has also been filled with the radiated monsters. Now the ceilings, walls, and floors are covered in red. We don't know the main source of this crater creatures come from, but later we will. Right now our main objective is to find a way out of here while being alive. Now my main tip for you in this area is don't fight them with a melee weapon, or if you have to, just don't fight them if there are multiple of them, because right now your weapon is crap. It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't have a good reach, low damage, and takes long time to reload once the air runs out. So kill if you must, but right now surviving is the main goal. Get the fuck out of here. In order to get out of here, solve a simple puzzle. The fan is back. This time turn the fan until it looks like you can cross it. There will be enemies spawning, so be careful. Your character is not a fighter and is with a parasite stuck onto him. The first monster you're gonna encounter is this thing. Once it gets close to you, it shoots out an acid vomit at you, taking 2 bars of health off of you. Once you're done with that area, get back up and get across. After that, you need to do another puzzle. You need to get another kind of these pod that you're in this in right now in order to progress. Now, this place is hell, full of creatures, but our weapon right now is the piston but I suck 2000. So we have to be extra careful. I call these things dogs. The dogs need to get close to you in order to deal its damage. The vomit seems very short range, but trust me, it's further than you think. I call this the eye. It's gonna shoot a projectile at you after looking at you for 5 seconds. I call this the chicken. They are annoying fucks who shoot you. Now they all have different health. I didn't even kill the single eye because I didn't bother with them. They won't shoot at me if they can't see me. The dogs will take around 4 hits of melee damage, and the chicken will take around 2 hits of melee damage. Now, I really want the people watching this experience the atmosphere and the frustration of what I'd experienced. So get to the big elevator, you'll need to get down to the lowest level. Fight and run your way through the monsters. When you get to this part, free the egg pod. After you free the pod, more enemies will spawn, so be careful. Follow the path, it will lead you to the 3rd floor. Fight your way through again and eventually you'll end up here. These podiums are the ones that charges up the sphere pod in order to progress. Turn it on, get across the other side of the floor. Parasol will bite you again, but after that, go to your left and you'll fight the gun. It's the best help you can ask for right now, but getting ammos are pretty tough in this game, so use it wisely. Clear the room and solve the node puzzle. There are 2 of these, but we'll get to that later. To solve this one, make all the nodes connected to each other. It will be done if all the nodes light up. This is a bit annoying, but it's a lot simpler than it seems. Turn the left and right nodes arrows, point towards the middle, make sure that the middle node is to the bottom. Once you solved it, it will give you one of the 3 power banks. Let's go back and power it up again. This time you can get across the 2nd floor and clear the entire floor while being careful. The 2nd node is a lot bit trickier since there are 2 more nodes. This time the middle node needs to be connected to the top node. When they are both connected, the left and right nodes will move in unison with the upper middle node. If the upper middle node is connected to the right or left node, only the upper middle node and the connected node will move. If the middle node is connected to the upper middle node, then both the nodes will move in unison, but right and left will be able to move freely. I know this puzzle is confusing, but you can do it. Get back to where you can put on the power for the podium. Now you got the egg elevator. Congrats! Go back to the big elevator because you will suffer more. Use the big elevator's arm to hold the egg and position it correctly off where you're going. Follow the path, fight your way through again. Use your middle weapon to open the gates, follow the path and you'll reach the doorway. And behold, the bull. I'll be right back. This thing is a lot faster and tougher. Just run for now because he's very spongy. I mean, if you have enough bullets, yeah, sure, go for it, fight him. Now you'll get lost, but don't worry. After you beat the monster, on the left, there's a space where you can squeeze your way in. This leads you to another circular room. Follow the path, open the gate again, follow the path again, and then take the 2nd door. Get to the elevator where it's beside the railing. There's a locked door, so we need to upgrade our key. With that in mind, go to the right, open your route, fight, then go down the elevator, fight again, open again. Then you are rewarded with an upgraded key. Now go back and open the door, then follow the path, fight your way through, it will lead you to an elevator. Congratulations, you are done with this painful fucking chapter. Now, I don't mind backtracking, but it was more of anxiety buildup. The mazes didn't help. The fact that you only get the pistol after using the crap melee weapon for 30 minutes was kinda tough. Yeah, the combat is clunky, but it makes me feel that I'm not a fighter. It reminded me that I'm limited. I'm not like superhuman, you know, or any characters from Apex Legends. Maybe it's because of the parasite that my character is weak, but this kind of combat design actually made me feel that I am in danger. Could the level design could be better? Maybe. Was it fun? Of course. Was it scared? Sometimes yes. Now, we're going down deeper and meet the Queen. Hi. Wah! Ah! 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 This is the created queen. She is the main source of all the created creatures. Personally, this is my favorite chapter of Scorn. The queen, a hunched monster composed of sinewy strands and tumors, wrapped in white hide, not large enough to cover her. She's the mother of all the creator. My theory is that the generator, with the whole radiation from overcharging from the previous character, has turned into this monstrosity. The radiation spread and gathered all the corpses and bodies nearby, and has made its own organ to produce endless creator creatures. That might be a Bit of a stretch, but a possibility. And to me, it makes sense. And I love this level so much that I don't want to spoil it. It's the perfect balance between combat and puzzle solving, while you are navigating the area. Basically, this level is another maze, but not as bad as that last one. So we need to damage the queen enough so we can free the exit. This place is crawled with every monsters previously we've encountered. So as usual, be careful. While you are hurting the mother, you want to unlock more paths leading to other different paths. 2 of those paths will lead you to unlocking another level of your keycard, and the other is the weapon. A triple-barreled shotgun. It's the best weapon you'll have. Big damage and good range. It one-shots most of the enemies or leaves them at 1 HP. The main objective, other than destroying the mother, is gathering all 3 maze puzzles to the center. And this puzzle is easy. You just navigate the light into the center. And you'll be thinking, wow, well, I can't go there because this way is blocked. No, you just rotate it and then continue it from there. Once you're found a dead end again, rotate it to the right one and then just solve it. It's a really simple puzzle. It's like a mouse maze. And yeah, don't worry. You won't get lost as much as the last chapter. It's mostly combat and ammos will be laying around there and you will have more than enough. Plus with your shotgun you'll definitely end the chapter with like full health and with some HP pods and maybe only lose like half the ammo you had. There you go. What? Did we kill it? Oh, it's dead. Huh. Oh, I don't want to go here. Oh, okay. Oh, no, I don't like that. No. The parasite is very close to fully consume you. While you were looking for a way to remove this thing out of the main protagonist's body, it has been slowly killing him. Luckily, this cargo will lead to a way to remove a parasite off of anybody's body. And that place is... The realm called Polis is a place of aspiration and of reverence. The citadel is a lone peninsula in a sea of fog, with access controlled via the narrow bridges. This place cannot be entered or leave without scrutiny. The citadel seems to be also a place to research about reproduction, parasite-controlled figures, and rebirth. This place is a complete opposite of previous areas. In the previous area, it's gory, dark, gloomy. While this place is a paradise, people have ascended to a whole another level. While I was in awe and exploring this place, I have realized that the people here are fucking crazy. Yeah, I get it. These walls and sculptures are beautiful and horrifying at the same time, but then I slowly realize, if you look at the chairs and beds, they are nothing more but torture devices. They showcase that the body is fragile and weak, so they have found a way to ascend. This place is heavily inspired by Copenhagen Bodyworks exhibition, an exhibition to showcase how beautiful inside our human body is. But in the world of Scorn, it's an opposite. It's nothing but a resource. What's inside your body or which limbs are working are useful. Any organs or limbs that don't work are disposed, recycled, and turned into a moldment. And another big thing here is about the sex, the pleasure we humans have in common. Sex is something obsessed here in Polis, and I'll get to you about that later. For now, we have to find a way to ascend now. We have found the paradise that our main character has been looking for. To progress the story, we need to go down the stairs. You'll see 2 pregnant figures, but it requires something. These things are called shells. They are an artificial created bodies. Since their bodies are fragile, they thought that they could make like a shell-like bodies or any forms they choose. They would feel no pain and control that body for their own means. Each shell has a very unique systems and mechanisms, and some shells also have the skills that no humanoid bodies can do, and control that shell body for their own means. Once a shell has been chosen, the consciousness's next evolutionary step can begin. Fusion happens. Then you have ascended forms which are in these psychedelic colors, lots of pinks and blues and violets. These forms are the final stage. And this is what our main protagonist desire. He wants to be fully ascended and join his ally. And join his kind. But like I said, we need something. And that something is the homunculus' blood. Let's like this. Oh, wait a minute. The homunculi are artificially created and born out of experimentation to seek a different kind of living substance. They're made out of hallucinogenic matter that the people of Scorn use to reach higher states of consciousness. Despite their shapes and size, they possess great intellect. Once they are fully grown and freed from the jar, they can be great engineers and help make cyborgs, even fabricating mechanized walking gear. But in the world of Scorn, if they need organs, limbs, blood, or in this case, an essence from a high-intellected creature in order to ascend, they will extract it from them. Now, this is a confusing part of Scorn. I don't know why that we need to place the homunculi on a cyborg to destroy its shell. Maybe the cyborg's torso could hold the homunculi shell together so it won't damage the homunculi too much, but I think this wasn't necessary. I mean, they do need a boss fight experience, right? So that works. The first homunculi is easy. You got one. Nice. Oh, God. Cool. 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 Alright. Now the second one. He fights back. This. Ow. Okay, fuck you. This is easy to deal with. Dodge the grenade launchers, keep moving, wait until it's reloading, and shoot with its weak spot. Or just keep shooting the cyborg until it's stunned. Either way works, as long as you shoot the weak point. Here we go. I'm gonna take your weapon. You thought it's done? No. Round 2, baby, let's go. Now this time it's, it's just easy. Just run around. This time the cyborg is covering his chest, protecting the homunculi. Once the homunculi is exposed, just shoot it. That's it. Repeat the process. Run around, shoot the homunculi. Go. Let me tell you, that was a little bit difficult. Okay. It's not scary, but that was a bit intense. A new gun, eh? So yeah, a grenade launcher. Is it strawberry YouTube? Please don't ban me. Oh, only half. Okay. Okay, what do you want from me now? Ow, 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 ow. The parasite almost fully controls you. You're running out of time. You can't change your weapon anymore. The only weapon you have to use now is the newly acquired grenade launcher. In order to unlock this gate, stand on this plate and shoot a grenade through there. Well, at least the third one doesn't fight back. Great. Same process, run around and shoot him, but this time, instead of shooting him on the chest, head, or the side belly, every time the cyborg reloads, shoot its backpack. And then finally, it's over. Thank God it's a short one. Yes. Alright. Alright. Bambi! God damn it, Bambi! Oh, I can't even do anything. I'm locked with grenade launcher, fuck. Now the parasite has locked you from interacting your items. Can't reload or change weapons, can't use them, can't even push buttons or even interact anything. In order to progress, from the shell room, go to left, go down. In there is a device. One of the torture devices in Polis. Momentarily, Parasite will be busy healing itself. So quickly, without wasting more time, run around and step on the same plate like the earlier one and shoot the chains. This unlocks new paths, one step closer to your ascendant. In order to go any further is level 5 key. So, find another torture machine. Open a door, step on a plate, shoot the chains right in front of you. Time it correctly, since they are now blockage. Now upgrade your key. God damn it! Again, torture device. Level it up. Use a torture device again. Here's the key. Last time, torture device. Okay, we're gonna perform surgery. Self-surgery, I think. Oh my god, it is. Okay. What are we removing? Oh my god. Oh god. Oh. You're holding your guts in. You got the parasite removed, but the protagonist is in bad shape. He is also very close for the ascendance. Oh. Now, in order for the ascendance, you gotta do one more puzzle. Nice. The doctor is now removing your organs, keeping the organs for the future uses, storing the protagonist's semen as an energy source and for reproduction. While the doctor removes your parts, he connects your brain to the hive mind, and after the cutscene you get to control 2 shells. The last puzzle is very easy. One shell must keep the lock open, while the other shell must carry the protagonist and step onto the plate for the ascendance. But before we do ascend, I want to talk about a lot of stuff. There's too many locations that were cut off from the game. There's the Blessed Labyrinth and the Tower. The Blessed Labyrinth was designed after the creator, instead of meeting the queen first. This map was designed as the home of homunculi. You yearned for power beyond their station and dream of taking over Polis, but ambition, greed, and conflict in the army of homunculi was split in two. Both of the sides clashed and suffered uncuttable losses. After the Labyrinth, we went to the Tower. We would have explored the aftermath of the war. The Tower was full of inhabitants, same kind as the protagonists, but mutated due to the radiation of the war. But both of the concept of the Tower and the Blessed Labyrinth was too similar to creator, so it was scrapped. So it makes all sense now. There's one very important line from the art book. It reads, "The world of Scorn is not from the alien world." It means that the world of Scorn is the humanity. Centuries later, we humans are still evolving very slowly to this day. Maybe in the future we will look like this. Maybe in the future we will have wars and our world would end up like this. Maybe in the future we will be like this. This is my theory, but many years later, humanity has found a way for not needing nutrition or sleep. Became efficient, but in a gruesome way. They made the factory using our own parts and insides, made weapons and walls, buildings out of flesh and bones, and those disposables can become the moldman, new resource. Since the humanity is failing to reproduce their own kind, they made Polis in order to study about rebirth and a citadel for the high-class people. But they were not studying only about rebirth. Remember what I said when we got to Polis? They were also studying about reproduction and parasite. That means the parasites were a thing years ago. The reason why they were researching about reproduction is that they can't make children anymore. But instead of studying about reproduction, they slowly became obsessed with rebirth, sex, and death. So instead, they made shells as vessels to reborn. This caused them to treat homunculi horribly, since in order to reborn, they need their essence, and that left the homunculi with a bitter taste. So a lot of the homunculi escaped, planning to take control of Polis. But like I said, they split into 2 sides and started the homunculi war. But the generator, the heart of the factory, plus with the homunculi war, it had made a dangerous gas all around the world, decaying, and radiation has spread. Thus the creator queen was born. That's why the field is called the wasteland in the art book. That's why most of the structures in the world are rotting. That's why there is the creator queen. The humanity did this to themselves. Their greed for power, their lust, and their selfishness caused their own race. But who knows, we could go anywhere from the humanity did this to themselves, or simply the aliens decided to come help the humanity using their methods. And I'm really sure there's a theory out there that's way better than mine. But to me, my theory kinda makes sense, right? I'm part of a theory, and now I know why this game is so vague. It's because there's an open-ended blank page in this wonderful world of Scorn for, people who wants to write their own version of their theory or, their story, exposition, yada yada. And yeah, I love this game. But anyways, it's time to ascend, everyone. Okay. Or still cutting myself up. Well, you're on your way to the Ascension. I'm awake. Oh, Bambi's there. The parasite has came back, and it wants the protagonist. The protagonist wants to leave this hellhole, escape from this cold, dark world, but couldn't. Later, we see that the parasite is slowly merging with the protagonist. And has become one. Now, the ending of Scorn itself can be a metaphor about life and death, or it can be about humanity, society, and the list goes on. The greed of humanity will be the downfall for the race. Some people see as the ending of that we are playing as an embryo trying to live the life we'll have, but miscarriage also happens, thus the baby won't get to see the sun. Some people also see that this is like cancer. You might get rid of it, but it can't come back. There's a lot of theories out there, and that's why I rewrote the script about this video multiple times, because it seems it's endless about theories, metaphors, or what happened in the world of Scorn. But I had a lot of ideas and it was fun. It's cool to read about the lore of Scorn from the art book, and it's amazing and it's worth it. I love it. Not sponsored still. Thank you people who watched until the end. Be safe.